And you're on the refrigeration side of the business,
Yeah.
which I know nothing about and terrifies me. So what advice would you give to someone who's in the HVAC business, but is kind of gravitating towards the refrigeration side?
I love that question. A lot of people that come to our programs are been in the HVAC for 5 or 10 years, and they're like, man, I've been very intimidating or overwhelmed when I walked into my first refrigeration room and I see all these solenoids, and I've never seen solenoids before. I've seen all these compressors. But what I tell them is that you got to think about the fundamentals of refrigeration. If it's residential, commercial, even industrial, it's all the same. We're moving fluid, and that's the refrigerant and the oil. It's traveling through the system. We just got to understand where it's going and why it's going there. And so if you've been doing HVAC for a long time, you understand this stuff. You need to understand airflow. Same thing in refrigeration. You need to understand that. You need to understand superheat. Like that's something that you do in HVAC all the time. You need a compressor amps, compressor temperatures, suction temperatures, discharge temperatures. It's all the same. We just have a little bit more. And then we talk about, I talk with a lot of people that do VRF. So there's a lot of controls, and there's a lot of, there's a lot of electronic valves. It's the same thing in
A lot of
refrigeration.
similarities.
There's so many similarities.
Interesting. I never thought of that.
Hey, for another example, is a hot gas bypass in HVAC. Well, that's the similar to hot gas defrost in refrigeration.
Right, right.
So there's so many similarities, but a lot of people think, oh, it's overwhelming.
Right.
But it can be. But if you learn it and you take some courses, like the refrigeration mentor courses, or anybody's course, it doesn't matter if it's even ours, it's just invest some of that time, because if you put 10 or 15 years into HVAC, imagine putting 1 or 2 or 3 years into refrigeration, how fast you would learn that versus if you're just brand new.
Love it. Well, it's great to meet you in person finally, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you so much, Tony.
Thank you, Trevor. Thanks.